Hey, welcome to this video on Google SketchUp again. Today we're going to go and look at creating something interesting. So here's a little furniture that's on the deck with the ocean view, and so we're going to go and try to create that in Google SketchUp. I'll try to zoom in a little bit, so we might not get the entire thing, but we might get at least two of these chairs, and perhaps we can also go get the umbrella. So with no further delay, let's go into the SketchUp and let's first start designing that chair. In order to have a reference of the image, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch to camera, standard views to front. But before we go into the video itself, I wanted to draw your attention to the tools that we would be using today. One would be the pointer tool. Another would be the 2-point arc tool. See, look at that. That's your 2-point arc tool. And obviously we'll be using the shape tool, and mostly we'll be using the rectangle tool, and push and pull tool if required, the offset tool. And we would be also using this move tool and the rotate tool. So just to have the reference image, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get a rectangle there, and also the paint bucket tool. Yeah, so I'm going to go pour the texture that I've showed you before. I will select it from the desktop, and yep, that's the picture. So I'll grab that and I'll say okay, and I'll pour it here. Now this is where you could go right click that and select the texture and set the position. You can actually go and resize the image, and I've put it as I told you, I wanted to put it as a reference. You will notice one thing here, that actually the image is flipped over, and to fix that, what you could do here is texture, and when you go to the position, you can either do it from here, or you can just simply say flipped left to right, and now it's flipped properly. Okay, so yeah, now so we're gonna go and make that chair there first, and eventually we're gonna go and make the umbrella, make that little tea table kind of a thing, and also make the beach chair. I don't know if I'll be able to go get those towels there, but I'll definitely be covering this. Okay, so with no further delay, let's get started. First of all, to be able to do that, I'm going to go onto the camera view, and I'm going to switch to the top view straight away. So let's go to the top view, and this is how it looks. And carefully, I'll be using this pan tool. I'll pan across, and as you pan across, you see that you're actually looking at it from the top view. The green is your z-axis, and the blue is your y-axis, and the red is your x-axis. Okay, so I'll go get the rectangle first. So I got the rectangle there. Then carefully, I'll go get this 2-point arc tool and get the arc out of it. Look at that. So I got that arc and a nice curvy shape. Look at that. Then I'll get rid of that. Then this is where I said that I'm going to be using the offset tool. I'll grab the, apparently it went and selected the wrong object. Control Z. Yep. Oh, actually Control Y. Okay. Now I'll go and select in the middle of that rectangle there, or the rounded rectangle there, and I will use the offset tool. You can see that now. So yeah, now I don't want that portion there, so I'll go conveniently delete that, and using the orbit tool, I will carefully turn it around, and look at that. So I just got that bit there. So I'm going to use the push and pull tool to extrude this out a little bit. There we go. So I have extruded it, and camera view from top. Okay, so if I wanted the top shape, look at that. I actually I will go select only this part here. Yeah. Now I can go and press S on my keyboard. When I press S on my keyboard, it will allow me to resize, but you got to make sure that you have to hold the control key. Hold the control key and it uniformly goes and resizes it for you. So I wanted to shape something like that. Look at that. Yeah. So I'm happy with that shape there. I don't know if it's like that, but anyway. So perhaps I might not want it that much. Control Z. So I'll get only slightly. Yeah, there we go. Then now what I wanted to do is I would go camera view from front. I will get a camera view from top. Then I'll get a rectangle from here till there. And I'll try to get the curve again, camera view from top. This is how it looks. And slowly I'll get a curve here. Between these 2 points, I got a curve. Then again, between these 2 points, I got another curve. So since I got that curve there, I'm going to use the eraser tool, get rid of that line there, get rid of those 2 lines there, and get rid of that line there, and get rid of those 2 lines there. Beautiful. So far, so good. But now I'm going to go and extrude this, something like that. Then I wanted to get a curve on the top. So although this is not curved, but I'm going to try out something different of my own. So I'm going to go here and make this size a bit smaller. There we go. And get a curve on the top. So let's see how we're going to do this. I'll get a rectangle, then I get another curve from there to there, carefully. And what I'll do is I'll get rid of these 2 lines and also this line here. Look at that. So I just got that curve there. That's okay. Although if it's not that perfect, that's fine. So we put that curve there. Camera view from, we'll say left. This is how it's going to look like. Camera view from right. This is how it's going to look like. And carefully, camera view from top, actually, that's how it's going to look. Great. So far, good. So we'll now, as I told, I'll be using this move tool. So I just moved it across, and I'm going to go and bring it down a bit. I'll be bringing this down a little bit from there and push it across, and then see what happens now. I might perhaps go and push it across a little bit more. So I'll drag it from there and put it there, and I'll change its size a bit. I'll bring it down like that. Cool, cool. So this is the shape that I'm actually now on. So I'll go select these 2 shapes together. In fact, the entire shapes here. And I'll right click that and then say intersect faces. Simply say intersect faces with, you could say model or selection. I'm going to say model here. I intersected the face. Now see what happens. I can go get this part here, and I'm going to get rid of these lines here, and I'll be losing the entire, I'll be deleting the entire shape. I don't want that. And look at this. So I got that curvy shape from both the ends. That's what I was trying to achieve. Since I got that, I'm gonna go rotate it carefully, and look at that. You can go do amazing things with it. You can also get a curvy shape from here to here, so that makes it look a lot more cooler, but I'm gonna just leave it like this for now. And thing there, I'm gonna select, I'm gonna increase its size, something like that. And this is where I said I would be rotating it to form the actual backrest. Okay, so I'm not going to go and put it into the chair itself unless I'm not fully satisfied with the shape. I'm going to go draw a line from there to there to fill that, and I'm going to go get rid of that line there. That works fine for me. Now let's look at the chair itself. We're going to get the armrest done, but we'll do that eventually. But prior to that, what I wanted to do is I actually wanted to go and smoothen the edges for this. I'll say right click, soften, smoothen edges, and there we go. It's now smooth enough. I'm gonna go now add material to it. So to be able to do that, actually, I'll go to the wood. So I'll just use this wooden texture here. We could go use any of the wooden texture. I'm gonna use that wooden texture there. Let's see. Yep, there we go. Look at that. Nice wooden texture. And I'm going to apply the same to this part here as well. And why not? So all right, look at that. Now we're going to get the cushioning part done and the armrest done, and we need to get the leg part done for it. So let's go. Yeah, okay, cool. So far it's slowly taking the shape now, and yeah. But before I could go and stick this backrest onto the chair itself, I wanted to actually convert it into a group. So I'll select the whole entire backrest, and then I'll say G for group. So it creates a component. I can go and give a name to that, but at this stage I'm not doing it. I'll just say create it, and I will actually convert this into a group again. Prior to that, actually, I'm going to go and make the legs for the chair itself. Look at that. So that rectangular, like, okay, so camera view from bottom. If you're gonna go look at it from bottom, this is how it's gonna look like. And what I would do here is I'm gonna go conveniently draw a line from there to there, draw a line from there to there, draw a line from there to there, and actually it sort of forms an imaginary line. Look at that. Then again, I could go and draw a line from there to there, and I could go draw a line from there to there, and all I had to do is to go and draw a line from there to there. So I'll get rid of these lines here now. There are multiple ways that you can actually go and do this, and I'm gonna go and do it this way now. Slowly rotate it and use the push and pull tool. I just formed the legs. I just formed the legs for my chair now. I'm not sure if they are of uniform size. Again, we can use the technique of subtraction, and can employ that. Camera view from front. This is how it's going to look like, and we can go draw a line from there to there. Actually, Control Z, draw a rectangle from there to there. Look at that. So, which means like it is not in the uniform height. So again, I'll go draw something like that. Yep, excellent. So I will extrude that a little bit, and I will make sure that I extrude this part as well. So it's now sticking inside there. So the only thing that I had to go and get extruded is this leg here. I extruded it there. Now let's go look at the whole entire thing. Now select the entire model, right click, and you could say intersect faces with model. So let's go delete that, delete that. And now I got that bits. Look at that. Those are extra bits. I can easily get rid of those. I got rid of those. Requires a bit of precision there. I'm going to zoom in here, and I got rid of that as well. So it's now exactly to the, all the legs are to the exact height. So I'll get rid of those lines as well. There we go. There's two little tiny lines as well, and just be careful. And I got rid of those lines here now. Beautiful. Okay, so we're nearly there. As I told you, I'm not going to make an exact replica of that chair there, but it's only, I'm going to use it only as a reference. Okay, now I can go and happily convert that into a group. So it's a group component too. I convert it into a group, and then now I'll select this component here and move it carefully into the place, and it's now sitting in my chair, and there we go. All right, so we got the chair part done, we got the base done, and we also have the backrest done. If you think the backrest is too taller, just go select the size and bring it down. So look at that. You could go and change the size of it. Now we're gonna go and complete another part, which is our armrest. That could be done the easiest way possible by just creating Control Z, camera view from front. Then I'm gonna go create a rectangle right from there to there. Or perhaps I'll go create a rectangle from there to there. Since I created that rectangle now, I'll go and put a line across from there. Then I'll use the 2-point arc tool carefully from there to there and form an arc. If I'm not happy with the arc, what I'll do here is I'll go further and then put another arc from there so that I can get the perfect curvy shape. Look at that. Oops. So you got that curvy shape there. Then you can go delete that extra bits of lines and zoom in a little bit, and you should be able to do that. I'll delete that line there. Then I'll also go and delete these lines conveniently. So there we go. Now I'll use the offset tool, something like that. Then again, I'll draw a line from there to there till there, and I'm going to draw a line from there to there. Okay, so I'll get rid of these lines now, all of these lines, and look at the beautiful armrest. How? Unless you don't extrude it, you wouldn't even see. So that's your extruded armrest now. So again, you can go here, right click, and then say smoothen selection, soften, smoothen edges, and something like that, or perhaps a little lesser. Yeah, that'll do. I'm gonna go pour the texture in there. It's got the texture, and I'm gonna say select this. I'm not gonna convert this into a group as of yet. So because I'm gonna change the size of it a bit. Hold the control, reduce the size, Control Z, reduce the size, something like that. And even if it's going to stick in a little bit, don't worry. So carefully I'll pull it out and I will attach my armrest there. Let's see if it's attached properly. So carefully move it a little bit inward, or perhaps change the size of it so that it extends into the chair, and slowly move it inward. We'll just move it inward. There we go. So that's your one armrest, or perhaps you can even move it a little bit inward. It only requires a little bit of tweaking and it should be okay. Let's go. Yeah, there we go. All right, so now we're gonna go here. This time we're gonna go convert that into a group. We'll say call it a group, create it, and we'll simply say, oops, did it actually create that group? No. Control Z, Control Y, select the entire thing, and now actually go and say group. It should create a group component. Now group, create the component. Keeps creating, but I don't know. Okay, anyway, now let's go here, edit, copy, edit, paste in place. So we got two of those now. So carefully, oh, look at that, Control Z, that's quite strange. Control Z, let's see, edit, copy, Control V. I got another armrest there. This could have been done in a lot more easier way, but yeah, anyway, there are two armrests sitting there, and if you want to adjust it, that's okay. Now, the only thing that we are left with to make is that crazy cushion there, and I'm gonna make that cushion camera view from top. So let's go here, make a rectangle, and as usual it'll be a camera view from top and it'll be a rounded rectangle. So I'll just go do that rounded rectangle there, do that rounded rectangle there by making the curve. I'll get rid of that portion there, and slowly I'll draw a line from there vertically. Then what I will do here is I'll get a rectangle from there to there. Oops, Control Z. Get a rectangle from there to there, and get a curvy shape from there to there. So far we never went and used the follow me tool, which I'm going to show you now. It's a quite interesting tool, and I will get rid of this one here. So we got that cushiony shape, so we'll get rid of this part here, and we'll select all of these lines. See that? So I went and selected the entire line, and then I'm going to say here tools and follow me to this particular shape. So it goes and forms a nice cushion there, except the top portion is not done and the bottom portion. So I'll go and draw a line from the middle. Then again, I'll go and draw another line from there through that, and then get rid of that line. Then we would go again, delete the lines, camera view from top. So you go select the whole entire object, and perhaps you go and soften smooth edges, and now it's smooth enough, and soften coplanar as well. So this time I'm going to go with the carpets and fabrics, and I'll just go with this fabric linen, and look at that. Yep, nice little cushion, and I can just go stick it on, or perhaps I could go with this one here. Wow, look at that. That looks fancy. Okay, it looks like a mattress, or yeah, or a carpet. Now I'll stick with this one here. Happy to stick with that one there. So now let's go here and convert it into a group again. So create the group, camera view from top. The whole idea of converting it into a group is that it doesn't actually go and interfere with your model. So let's go here. Oh, whoops, that cushion is larger than the chair. So select the size, hold the control, and there we go. And that cushion's actually inside. I'm going to go and pull it out slowly so that you can actually look at the cushion, and push it in a little bit. And then change the size of it so that it goes and sticks in, and change this size as well, and it's perfect. And if I wanted, if I think my armrests are a bit too low, I can pull this up at the same time. Yep, there we go. And do the same with this armrest as well, size. And by the way, I'm trying to press S button on my keyboard to get the size. So I got one of the chairs done. As I told you, I wasn't making exact replica, but I got the chair in place. So I'll say now camera view from top. I got the chair there. I'll select the whole entire chair and then press G, form a group out of it. Move it out of my place, move it out of the place, and then leave it there. Now I would want you to look at what I'm going to do. I'll say edit, copy. I'll simply say edit, paste in place, and I'll right click here, and I'll say flip along the red component. So I got two chairs here, and I'm going to go and move the other chair slowly out from there, and I literally got two chairs sitting in front of each other like this one here. Okay, so the rest of them are going to be fairly easy from now. Let's see how we're going to actually get that done. So there's going to be like a little tea table like thing. We can get as creative as we can, but I'm going to keep it simple, just like a little box over there. Camera view from top. So I'll just create this box here, this rectangle here, then again push it a little bit upward, then again we'll use this offset tool, then I'll push that again upward. Yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. Cool. Firstly, I'll go put the wooden texture into it. I'll go to the wood, and I'll go and select the wooden texture, and I'll put the wooden texture up there. Watch carefully what I'm gonna do now. and I put all of that. Further, yep, if there's anything, yeah, there we go. That's it. And what I'm gonna do now is gonna be a little bit more fancier. I'll draw a line right from the middle to here. Then I'll get rid of that line there. Then I'm gonna go pour a oops, sorry. I'll go here and then say transparent, like glass and mirrors. So I'll select this glass here, translucent, and I got a glass material there on the top. Then I'll try to extrude it a little bit and actually change its size from here and see what happens now. Look at that. Look at that. That's a fancy table. I didn't even think that I would be ending up making anything like this. So there we go. So we got a table, except it's floating in the air. We need to bring it down. So I'll try to go bring that down and actually make it smaller as well. So let's go into the camera and view from top, and you select the whole entire thing again. And remember to go and say G for the group component, and then press S to resize. Hold the control to uniformly resize it, and hopefully it should be on the ground now. But even if it's not, don't worry about it, and we can actually go and drag it down using the move tool. You bring it down slowly. There we go. So I got those two chairs, a tea table in front, and what else? We're gonna go and make the umbrella, but yeah, um, yeah, I'm not gonna be too bothered to go and make this. We could actually if we wanted to, and I just wanted to go and show you how to make the umbrella and leave it there. And perhaps in my next videos and future videos, I might go and show this. But let's go and make the umbrella really very quickly. Camera view from front, and I'm going to get this image out of the way from here. Carefully move it away from here, and so let's go here, make the umbrella. Just thinking what would be the easiest way to go and make it. And yep, let's go. This time what I did was I got a rectangle. Then what I will do here is I'll draw a line across from there to there. Actually, I'll go get a 2-point arc tool from there to there, something like that. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So I'll go here, get rid of that line, and get my offset tool, and go beyond that and create something like that. See that? Cool. I was just trying to form that 3D model into my head before I could go and design it. That's what I was trying to do before. So I just put a line across. Now I'm going to go here, delete this part here using the eraser tool. I'll get rid of that line, and that line. Now camera view from top. I wanted it to be on 4 sides. So what I'll do here is let's look at, or perhaps a polygon shaped. Yeah, why not? It can be a polygon umbrella. So let's go Control Z, camera view from bottom. So this is how it's going to look from bottom. Camera view from bottom. So it looks from bottom. I'll go from somewhere. Something like that. Then I'd go here, delete, select this part and delete it. Carefully move this upward a bit and stick it on that shape there. Try to stick it onto the shape. If it doesn't, that's okay. We can always move it inward somewhere like that onto the camera view from top. So let's go stick it from there to there and then see what it looks like. Okay, cool. Let's go now, select these lines. Oh, the whole entire shape got selected. Tools, and then I'll say follow me. Whoa, look at that. That's awesome. Never done this in the past. That's just amazing. All right, that's a cool umbrella. Okay, cool. So what I'll do here is I'll just get rid of this line here and perhaps extrude this a little bit down like that. Now all I need to do is to have a pole in the middle to hold it in place, and look at that, we already have that. Why? Just go extrude that part there, and we got to somehow go and close this part here. So just stick a line across and that should be okay. And um, so yeah, we'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of that line. Seriously, SketchUp. Okay, now let's go here and create a simple circle right in the middle, and then push this up a bit and select that size, make it something like it's holding in place, and we'll do the same here. We'll push it back from where we brought it. Oh, look at that. And actually, Control Z, I'm going to put a line across from there to there. And I'm going to delete the whole entire lines. And I'll actually push it across like that. Oops. I gotta go delete those lines as well. I'll delete those lines that are in place. Then now what I'll do here is I'll use this circle tool to get a pole sticking right in the middle to hold the umbrella in place. Look at that. And that's one umbrella. Okay, but if you wanted to go and create a base for that, simple, go and use your offset tool and create a little base, something like that, and pull this out and select this part here, size, extrude it, I mean like change the size of it and uniformly resize it. It's now holding it in place, and then something like that again, and again change the size of it uniformly so that it forms a nice solid base for your umbrella and doesn't get blown away by the wind. Wow, look at that. Now I'm gonna go put some fancy colors in. Instead, what we could do, colors named. So I'll say here, hurry up, pink. Then I'll stick in orange. I don't know if it's looking orange to you. It's yellow. Then I'll go stick in green. Then I'll rotate it carefully. Then I'll go down further. I'll stick the cyan color there. Then I'll go and put, where's the red? Ah, there it is. So I'll go put the red color in, and then we might have to go and put in the blue color. Without that, it's incomplete. So I'll go stick blue in that place. Oh no, actually I'll put the blue in here, and I'll put the pink back in place. There we go. So I'll rotate it carefully now, and if I think that bit is a bit, size it, something like that. Then again, I'll select the whole entire thing, group, and I've created the group, and I'll make it smaller by pressing S key, camera, view from top, and then I'll carefully move my umbrella from there, and I'll put it in place here so that I got the umbrella covered. Oops, it's still sticking in the air. So I'll try to bring it on the floor. Yep, there we go. Next to the chairs. Yep, and try to move it from there to there. And I'll get rid of this picture here. That's two cool sit-out chairs with a table and an umbrella. All right.